With them defending the bridge, we managed to take on Temple's entrance. Oh great, only to find the last people we ever went to see waiting at its gates. N-Corp and their troops, all of them wearing ego gear. It almost looks like they came here ready for war. It happened exactly as the director said so herself, Kubo. Goodness. What brings you such distress, my wilted and fallen old fellow? It would have been no trouble for someone of your intelligence to surmise that we would be waiting where your journey ends. Or has your love for the company of these new fellows slowed your mind? The path I walk is a busy one, and I have no words or sentiments to impart to someone such as yourself when a dear fellow of mine requires my support and haste. Huh? Kubo opened his mouth to say something in response, but Yi-sang swiftly brushed past him without hesitation. And Kubo just got rejected. Okay, Ji-Hwan, I know that's not your real name anymore. I would like to know your real name. You certainly took your time, little brother. What's he? Just waiting out here to greet you and your friends. Do not glare at me so. You need only accept our offer and we shan't have to fight. A temporary truce, if you will. Seriously? A truce? Here and now. It so happens that we have business to see to in there. And about you, you're our only key. You mustn't come here in search of the golden ball as you always are. You must have come here in search, but that is not what we've come here for. We intend to leave here as soon as we earn the sample, something far more important to us than the golden ball itself. Let us not engage in a skirmish that, after all, shall be in vain. Are you just expecting us to believe? Think about it for a second. What we have forfeited with so little hesitation had our purpose been to claim the golden ball. We thought coming in third would be more than enough to procure what we came for. I see, so you weren't acting on behalf of the Gia family at all, but for N-Corp all along. Are you all really that stupid? You must be. I don't recall ever hiding my allegiance to N-Corp the last time we met. Or did you all collectively choose to forget that? I mean, he's wearing their ego gear, he has their forces. No offense. That was kinda obvious he was here for N-Corp business. Besides, I wouldn't lower myself to participate in this messy little game of family hierarchy war for something so worthless as the honor of the Gia family. I have not once lived for this family since the day I changed my name. Say his name, please. The Shi family hired us, the N-Corp, a new league of 9 literatures. Our job was to void the results of the evaluation if the Shi family candidate fails to win the contest. They never change, do they? Mediocre qualifications, yet always coveting something far beyond their reach. You know, I like that he points out the Shi, and he's saying this because I'm pretty sure GMU was during those flashbacks we're saying the Shi were powerful, and that was her hailing from childhood was the Shi clan, and that's why she did her own fucked up shit. This is directly calling out, I think, GMU. As you might expect, N-Corp does not give up so easily. If you would not accept my truth, we can simply sit here and wait for you to do something in this standoff. We're not the ones pressed for time. I hope we're not taking his words at face value. We're not, but do we have any alternative? He's already stalled us enough. He's right. We're the ones running out of time. He is strong, really strong, but not even he can stop all those soldiers on his own forever. I'm growing anxious. He says he's willing to leave us all alone, but once he gets what he wants, but there's no way for us to be sure of that. But it's hardly a good idea to fight them now or remain locked in a standoff off for who knows how long. If this fight is inevitable, it's better to enter a truce with them for now. Find Jia Chun and then fight them if we must. Besides, Honglu said Ji Chun might be in danger. I had to prioritize that, no matter what. Can't be helped. Let's head inside. So I made the call. Okay, let's try your idea. So you've decided to open the door. At least your leader has some semblance of intelligence. Here's to our fruitful yet brief cooperation. Lead the way, we'll be right behind you. And we finally made it to the great gates of the Taekon Temple. Honglu approached the gate handles. Then, with one hand over his other eye, he brings his jade eye close to an engraved hole in the gates. My eye is the only key to opening these gates from the outside. It is so that I can visit the elders whenever they want me there. Oh, and we have another fight on our hands. I don't want to go inside. I'm scared. Bao Yu, our little Bao Yu, the gem of our family. How many times must I tell you that you mustn't fear? It was always your destiny to be the precious jade of our family and the elders. It was decided the moment you were born. The revered Jairen await your arrival. You mustn't make them wait. They look terrified. Silence your craven behavior is unbecoming before the presence of a precious object. Yeah, see, they're afraid. Aid and GMU. It was just like, y'all are cowards. My humble apologies. Little Bao Yu, you are not like the others. Also, just note, she is his mother. She married in. These two are the direct relative. The father to Honglu's grandmother. I'm not. Only those who are blinded to the true forms find themselves delighted or repulsed by material beauty or malformation. They are the past and the future of Dongguanyang. It is only thanks to their deeds and good karma that such luxuries of Dongguanyang are permitted to us. You must always maintain a most grateful heart, am I understood? But they're so scary. I'm here. Welcome, little Bao Yu. There are tree branches? I'm sorry. We have waited long for your arrival. I'm sorry? Oh, today must be your molting day. Master, please save me. If I'd known, I'd never have volunteered. I see that you're enjoying it down to the spinal marrows. I must remind you to hand its flesh over to me once you have drunk it in full. Your greed in claiming extra chunks of its flesh almost harm the integrity of my body. Bao Yu, we cannot await the day you are fully grown. We eagerly await the day you are to depart Dongguanyang to see you far and beyond, to witness and hear things of great worth. Okay, thank you. Welcome, little Bao Yu. Is it not too early an hour for you to greet your elders? The ascension of the new family hierarchy is yet to be completed. Huh? Our GM was Chun, lying unconscious on what looked like an altar. And they are... Despite our sudden arrival, they all turned to us at once, without even a hint of mild surprise. They're the revered Zyren of all of Dongguanyan, venerated and worshipped so profusely? Indeed, I knew this would happen. Oh, come hither, come hither. Ah, it's them. We have been looking forward to meeting you all. You recognize us? I must say the blood-crafted ride at the amusement park made for quite an interesting show. I was aware that the blood fiends are endued with rather unique powers, yet it was most enticing to witness the manifestations of their might myself. Even I did not know that a higher kindred commands such overwhelming might. His abilities were quite distinguished from that of the blood fiend elder of Hong Yuan. I'm sorry. We'd be remiss not to mention the laboratory at the basement of that manor. Oh, it truly was a most wonderful sight. We were most delighted to watch that man melt into nothingness only to be remolded and reborn as something new. You should have been here to hear our thunderous applause. And I would like to commend you all for the sheer hatred and ferocity you have demonstrated when you rode so valiantly into the pallid whale's belly. Truly a most dramatic moment. We could almost feel the heat of your determination as to take life from here, the fire of hatred and vengeance. Thou hast been watching us all along, then. Indeed, through Bao Yu's jade. We have witnessed this journey of yours from beginning to now. What a priceless offering you have all been. It was a wise decision to make Bao Yu depart from this place. We did not have a moment to feel even an inkling of tedium. I find it quite exciting to see you all, those who had only peered through the jade, so up close and in person. It is said in recent years the city, some subset of the population, would see the present circumstances as an occasion to receive their signatures to a mysterious end. Head in a jar. It seems that subset of the population are revered to as fans. What manner of insanity is this? You have sought immortality so diligently only to encase yourselves in this theater of fools where one does not but leer at plays made up of the lives of others. Eons of emptiness filled with naught but struggle against tedium. I have found true enlightenment in this life of eons, that the most important part of life is pleasure all along. Every other emotion is fleeting and meaningless. We no longer feel them. Okay. On a whole, I think probably the reason they no longer feel other emotions is because they've lived so long and it's like, what's the point anymore? But even pleasure is usually something I would also consider like a fleeting emotion as well, of you have it for a few seconds. So how can even watching the reality show that is the Limbus company from Hong Lu's eye provide pleasure without them also being sick and twisted to some effect? But it's just like none of this is even I think pleasure has a limit of you can no longer feel pleasure at a certain extent, and how can you enjoy pleasure in the state that y'all are in? You all are all essentially another level of living dead, in my opinion. Death is finite, yet boredom is infinite. Big bro. Jishik-chun seemed to have regained consciousness. She called out to Hong Lu in a faint, fading voice. I see that you have come too. Where am I? Where is... Ah, we'll build GMU, the noblest land in Dongwon-yon where the revered Jiren reside. You have but one ritual to complete to become the family hierarch. Ji Chun's face was contorted with sheer, unadulterated fear. Now present yourself with the utmost respect for our ancestor, our steadfast root, the one who has become an annaworm for the sake of Hong Yuan, the great families and their descendants. Ah, blessed be the Shai Huang worm, or the animal worm of the immortal elder. The trembling voices begin to swell with emotion as they begin to harmonize as one. Something squirms beneath the skin of GMU's neck to connect. It continues to quiver, slowly taking shape, sculpting into a face, then to a head protruding from her flesh. Ah, nope. No thank you. I'm not gonna look. The face holds an expression so benevolent that it appears almost eerie. That thing, is that an worm? Only by accepting his eminence into your body shall you have the honor of becoming one with the revered Jiren, in both physique and soma. The unparalleled honor of receiving generations of knowledge, wisdom, and all of which has been accumulated through our venerated elders. Be honored to be in the audience of such a great man, the first to be metamorphosized into the form of an annaworm, the founding hierarch of Dongwon-yon. One could spend their entire lifetime venerating and exalting his greatness, and they would still fall short of all the blessings he has bestowed upon us. Yes. Quit. No, that doesn't align with any of the... Granted, it doesn't go that far back in the family hierarchy of the book I have. He has never graced your presence until now, little Balyu. He is the one who has amassed the greatest quantity of deeds among us. Know that his wisdom is without equal. The plan is to manifest the precious state of Dongwon-yon and was formulated by magnificence. Many, many years passed until the family hierarchs, both those who came before and after my reign, came to realize what we needed was amusement. The commiserator of our pain, our suffering from tedium and the meaningless, this all-consuming emptiness. He has bestowed this royal palace with a peerless gem for us. That is the day Tekon Temple became complete, a land of endless amusement and pleasure, a land where we needn't empty our thoughts any longer. Paradise on earth, is it not? Revolting. Revolting insects scouring for morsels of satisfaction from peeping. To sacrifice so many innocent lives for so little. All of these deficient forms of immortality. So much for the enlightened ones, you vile ghouls. Ah, man. Grandmother, I would like to ask you something. What happens when the new hierarch accepts the Annen worm of the great ancestor? She'll be gifted with the accumulated wisdom of all Jiren here. Then she will be freed from this pathetic, disconnected body of an individual, free to share both her emotions and reasons with all of us, and eventually evolve into a transcendent being that exists solely to dedicate herself for the prosperity of Dongwon-yon. A being that exists solely for the prosperity of Dongwon-yon. Do all who accept the Zhanghuang worm end up desiring immortality? All those who have accomplished a certain degree of deeds naturally carry the desire for immortality. It is simply human. Every family hierarch must find their own secret to immortality over the course of their reign, and to the day they abdicate the responsibility, as all Jairen have thus far. What's up with this weird obsession, huh? You've all carried the mantle of hierarchy. Each of you who was a top dog of a whole wing. You must have all lived lives with all the bells and whistles it has to offer. So how come you ended up living hidden away in this, like this, in some dark, dank basement? Insignificant worms destined to crawl their entire miserable lives under our feet to their dying days, to depart this world without having accomplished precisely nothing, shall not understand that we refuse to return to the void of non-existence, leaving behind all our labors and accomplishments that has brought Hong Yuan to its present glory. Were we to fall, so too shall Dong Yuan, and so too shall Hong Yuan. How are we to leave Hong Yuan behind, our own creation? The life of mere hierarch, destined to peter out before it even reaches a century. It is hardly enough time to truly lead. We exist at Hong Yuan's insipidness. Thus exist we shall at the end of Hong Yuan. Blimey, ask one question and you get the whole bloody chorus. We have tarried over long. To accept an animorm of the ancestor is very much like the experience of being reborn. It is not what you have sought so desperately to stand before the masses in their undivided attention as awe. Am I going to be like them too? I remember him. He's my great-great-grandfather. I thought he'd left to mediate a long time ago. He used to sneak me snacks and told me so many things in the old fables and stories. Fear is fleeting next to the eternity of euphoria that awaits you, girl. I have experienced the very same in myself. Jiamu slowly approaches Ji-chun, and Ji-chun. Hong Lu takes a step toward her too. Remember what you asked me earlier. Is this even your call, brother? Or are you just following their orders? Back then I didn't really understand why you'd ask me that question, but now I'd like to ask you the same thing. Ji-chun, do you really want to become the family hierarch? Oh, today's been so much fun, big bro. Ji-chun gets to play with big bro all day long and get presents too. She didn't even have to do anything. I think it'd be so cool if we could play together just like this forever and ever and ever. No, I don't. Not like this. Ridiculous. What this child desires is of no relevance. Tradition wills a sacred ritual, and tradition cannot be defied. As our forefathers have, as we have, you need only do as you are told. For that is the hierarch's destiny. Sacred ritual. All I see here is a bunch of beyond geriatric bastards looking to turn her into just another tool in their hands to prop up their opulence. You can't force her into doing something she doesn't want. Foolish girl, the will of an individual is trivial in Dong Guanyang. Only by the acceptance of that truth shall you preserve your life. How dare you allow such insolence to guide your tongue? Oh, be not agitated. That child Ishmael is a rebel by nature. Such recalcitrance is best allowed to slide as a puerile resistance of an immature thing. What do children who have experienced less than half a century know to speak of wisdom? We have watched her journey from its inceptance to now, thus we know you better than anyone. Their lives have been shaped by nothing but foolhardy, young, witless, and flawed choices. Yet from their foolish choices we have found amusement, and by their foolish choices was this journey they call adventure made possible. Adventures are indeed luxuries of imbeciles. It was quite enthralling to watch as you made choices that we never would have made. We have watched as you battled your way here, thus we know what you have come here for. Yet the answer is simple. You need only allow the Annaworm to enter Jie-shi-jun, help her assume the responsibility of the hierarch, and all this chaos, this adventure shall be resolved, and we need only await our next amusement to begin. Jie-mu, it would be thoughtless of us to not bring up the day of the Kong family massacre when discussing our finest amusements. You honored me, revered Jiren. Not even beings of intelligence birthed within the boundaries of the city, breeding again and again. The newborns tore and ripped to shreds by the heads before being swept away. And the creme de la creme, our little witness, Baoyu's tears burning his vision, and his most fascinating transformation from the day onward. We all experienced the heights of stimulation that day. You have done well, Jie-mu. What an effort that must have been. You may join us here in Taekon Temple. Join us in the eternal witnessing to the last of your endless days, and do look forward to the new amusement that Jie-shi-jun shall bring us. Young and foolish adventurers, dearest companions of little Baoyu, fulfill your purpose for having come here. Dongguanyang's survival hinges on the completion of the next family hierarch's ascension. They weren't wrong. Our purpose for coming here was to quickly certify the next family hierarch and have her remove the outside forces that have invaded Dongguanyang and prevent the conflagration of war. But their other purpose for visiting Hong Yuan was to obtain an artifact called the Golden Ball. Ah, that nearly slipped my mind. They have gathered under one banner to find the artifacts known as the Golden Balls and are motivated solely to acquire them. Let's show it to them. Show them the gift we have prepared. Your wish is my command, Venerable Jiren. What Jie-mu showed us was the golden ball, shimmering in its familiar incandescence. Well, you do as you always have done. Accept this golden ball and embark on your next adventure for us. This is our gift, our token of appreciation to you for the amusement you have and will continue to provide us. Hong Lu? Sinclair looked at Hong Lu with a sad expression. I couldn't quite tell if he was worried about what choice Hong Lu would make, or if he was feeling a sort of sympathy for him. Sinclair? Yeah? He's got it. But I think I already knew what Hong Lu's choice was going to be. Little Baoyu? There is a light smile on his lips. He stands still. Little brother, do not let me down another time. Jie-mu has so generously presented this opportunity before you. Seize it. Grandmother, what will you do if Shi-chun refuses to accept the Annaworm to the end? The exalted Yai-huang Annaworm is too frail to have its form manifested outside of a body for over long. Not to mention how the sacred ritual to accept him into one's body is a very precise procedure. Continued resistance could pose a significant risk to her life. And you would both do well to recall that there are many in Dongguanyang who desire the responsibility of family hierarch. The very same rabble who are willing to abandon their own flesh and blood if it meant they could seize power. So, if Miss Shi-chun refuses to the end, you're just gonna shove that worm into her ear, damned be the risk to her life. And if she dies in the process, you'll just swap her out with someone else. That is why she must accept our exalted ancestor into herself with the initial welcome. This whole family arc war, the whole thing's a sham. It's all a meaningless charade. Like the contrived condition that you have to find the answer to our mortality and kick all your siblings off some stupid competition to become family hierarch. All of it just for their filthy greed and this disgusting amusement. It allows to impart a counsel for you, O orphan child of tragic stupidity. What other method would there be if not the family hierarch evaluation to determine a prospective candidate and is someone with enough wit to provide us amusement and like this GMU's destruction of the Kong family? Thus the evaluation is no meaningless charade. I'm sorry, grandmother. I can't take that golden ball. Why do you choose this path, Balyu? The company that has taken you desires for nothing more than this golden bow. Yeah, maybe, but I do not have a wish or anything like that. So as long as you help me continue to float away, I'll do whatever you ask of me. It is troublesome for us to employ you with an incomplete wish. Then allow us to propose something. We promise to give you something to desire. In other words, we will give you something to want. But what does it mean to want? It is a sensation that moves your heart, a sort of hunger or yearning. Once you have that, you will no longer simply float downstream, surrendered to the ebb and flow of the water's current. I see. Now might be the time. Even if it means that I must push against the currents, even if it means that I'll be abandoned. I don't think I can sit here and watch as you force her to become a hierarch she doesn't want to be. You would rather walk away from this comfortable treaded path and venture a thorny one. You would rather have even more blood on your hands. All you had to do was let it happen, and we could have both gained what we came here for and left. Ending this excruciating experience of having to look at your face. What is your organization even after? I also have a question for you all. Have you really walked a pristine path of no bloodshed? Can you really say you have not caused anyone to suffer in your pursuit of the golden balls? You have left behind countless deaths and sacrifices for that sole purpose. You have turned a blind eye to every single suffering in your wake. So what's another death, another sacrifice? Is your little sister, whom you haven't even spoken with in a long time, mine, and suddenly more important than the bow? Now that's some rich hypocrisy. Pursue your interests, pursue the reward that lies right before your eyes. Why must you make things difficult? I wonder the same, brother. All this time I had no qualms about simply watching things float away. So why is it so hard to let go all of a sudden? And it would be reasonable to assume that this truce is no more. That insignificant girl has to accept the Annen before we are to acquire what we came here for. Huh? Disgusting as always. As if on cue, Gubo, Jiehuan, and the subordinates began to assume a battle stance. Here's the thing. Y'all say that, but who knows about this little ceremony aside from us? She could ascend in a different way. Oh, you are not even tagging, so you know what? Y'all don't get targeted. Grant, I will probably focus you to take out some of the ads. I'm sorry, you both have like a fraction of the health. Oh, Gubo is like glass. You probably hate hard though, but you know what? This feels so much more manageable than the one dude. Leon was so much worse. Are you really about to email me on turn 2? I don't have resources yet. I don't even think you saw. Okay, favored.
확실히 훌륭하군. 5번 수감자. 덕분에 위험한 순간도 간 적이 많았지. 그 삶의 마침표를.
Eh.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
숨통 끊기.
Oh, that's just annoying. It doesn't show as a multi-hit though, which is kind of the bullshit part.
시간이 무한하진 않죠, 단테. 이제 끝장을 내야 할 겁니다. 무한한 것도 대가가 없는 것도 그 어디에도
Target's frontmost target, okay. It should still literally show as a multi-hit. Okay, wait, okay, I see, now it does. But because it's Honglu, I can't clash with it, so I'm fucked. Yeah, I don't think this is going well. It still doesn't feel as hard, but it's more of just needing
저 속으로 가라앉게.
a better game plan. Really, in general, just having better pierce resistant units.
살을 베어내고
Who knows?
내가 본건 저였나 보군요.
제의를 쫓다 보면 사소한 희생은 언제나 필요한 법이지.
Oh, you're targeting that one. What if I kill it? Oh, you're healing it.
헤어내리.
Oh, so close to killing it. Fuck. Oh wait, no, I think I killed. Did kill it, just hit everyone else with it.
병같이 무릎을 꿇고 있을 때인가 13번 수감자. 평소처럼 넉살 좋게 같이 상황을 개선해 보시지.
I also have some bullets.
벤단 서울을 건너
역시 니놈 말대로 어떤 사람이라도 맞출 수 있는 마법의 탄환이.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군.
대체가 약화되는 것 같습니다.
적합한 조치였습니다. 시간이 멀어지진 않죠. 더 이상 시간을 끌릴 수는 이제 끝장을 내야 할 겁니다. 무한한 것도 대가가 없는 것도 그 어디에도 없을 테니.
벤단 서울을 건너
Yep, okay. Getting rid of the target was the play.
빨 이거 배웠어.
Gregor? Gregor. Okay. Gregor's on both, so I can't. Everyone not clashing with Jihuan is focusing on Google.
나라도 그렇게 했을 테지. 이만하면 훌륭하군요.
Oh, that's so close to a stagger.
일촉즉발. 이거 배웠어.
Oh, look who's staggered now! And actually, you're also still close to a stagger. Or... Right. And that.
헤어내리. 여행에는 목적이 있었지.
Oh, just proc stagger, that'd be great. Don't think it did.
이날이 뭐긴 상정론이 걸격이었어.
Now you're staggered.
이것까지 당신 탓을 할 수 있겠군요. 설마
이 거리면 충분해. 너한텐 알겠지만. 승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어. 승객이 조용해졌어. 조금 있다. 째깍째깍 해줘야 돼.
Ooh. You have to be a Ryosha? Fine. Yeah, I don't even have... Two people are staggered so much.
사활을 건너
It's kind of why I'm letting that happen.
진짜 즐거운 시간이었는데.
Ishi might also happen.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
시간이 무한하진 않죠, 딴테. 이제 끝장을 내야 할 겁니다. 무한한 것도 대가가 없는 것도 그 어디에도 없을 테니.
태연일이.
Doing this one more because I can.
정멸하는 저곳으로 파도가 모든 것을 쳐부술 거다.
직접 싸워보질 않았지만
어디요?
그게 효과적일 것이라고 생각했다. 관리자의 전투에 위에 제시해야 할 수 있겠어.
I think Ubo's out. And you're about to be staggered.
야호.
Yep,
이기는
damage.
우리 편.
Almost thought I was gonna have to redo this.
이 애고에 이런 힘도
But that was enough.
죽은 자의 흔적을 찾으려는 자들이 와도 아무도
Quite
할수
literally.
없을 것입니다.
The last bit.
볕이 들면 그림자는 거두어집니다.
And I hope this is killing that worm. Let it be just an easy fight to obliterate the cretins that are the others. Please let me eliminate the Shadron.
당신의 거미자 방패가 되어
Now that's an annoying trick. Everything's just bouncing off that sod. The fact that Encorp has already found a way to successfully extract egos has already been identified. However, it is a more advanced stage than we had imagined. But they physically could not have had enough time to reach this level of completion.
가끔씩 기분 나쁜 놈이긴 하지만
You're not the most pleasant bastard to be around, but I must admit you are certainly capable. So surprised that a layperson such as yourself fails to see through a vast mind of a scientist. It really happened as my research deemed it would, did it not? The defensive field generated by this ego is invincible. Oh, the lineage of hierarchs must continue. The bequeathment of immortality must continue. The amusements of life must continue. This momentary lapse in judgment mustn't be allowed to shake Dongguanyang's status quo. You need only remain a gem, nothing more. Your only responsibility was to keep that jade clean, free of marring, to bring further glory to Dongguanyang. GMU, correct this lost child's wanderings, returned him to the rightful road. Why does the gem, the child must witness nothing but greatest luxury at the apex of world endeavor to become a worthless stone again? Now ensure that the child, the beneficiary of our love and care, may fulfill its duty and purpose for existence. What a tragic turn of events. I meant to bestow you the golden ball, forsaking one of the paths to immortality that I had acquired. Yet you would rather pursue the pointless fleeting charade against your own grandmother. Yes, grandmother. Elders, you have all loved and cared for me more than anyone else Dongguanyang has. And that's why, while my own brothers and sisters were doomed to spend the rest of their lives killing each other, I could simply witness the lives plummet to the cold earth, all from the comfort of my room. My parents also told me that I should be thankful for being born as a gem, that I should feel lucky that all I have to do is keep an eye open. But grandmother, what if I told you I'm exhausted, tired of just glimmering on? A precious jade has no such thing as wants or desires. The golden ball. Golden ball slides into GMU's body and begins to flicker, its power spiraling into her body. The rewinding process you have shown us in the first round was most fascinating, and it has unlocked a new level of understanding in me, the true worth of this artifact, previously unnoticed and allowed to remain untouched within the depths of our treasury. Once we leave this little ruckus behind, I will be sure to put that golden ball within the rewinding thing into good use as well. Yeah, sorry. You don't count. Ugh. The honored in my presence, for you are the first to witness the power of this bolus. I want this to be an easy fight, because I think it'd be funnier if, like, the sinners just dominated. Because, no offense, even as, like, GMU variable, whatever the hell they want to add to it, still, like, an older woman who's essentially in her retirement. Yeah, she can heal herself, and that's with all the bolus nonsense, but this is still... Y'all saw what I had to do through to even get here. This is nothing.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요, 딴테. 적합한 조치였습니다.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
나라도 그렇게 했을 테지.
Oh, come on, Faust. Everyone won.
위에서 당신을 관리자로 정한 데에는 합당한 이유가 있겠지. 기대하고 있겠습니다, 딴테.
Better.
된다면 사활을 건다.
Getting close.
탈출 개체 확인.
숨통 끊기.
Hey. Oof. Don't worry, you're staggered now, though.
너무나도 많은
I've witnessed so many lights, so many colors,
너무나도 많은
and so many emotions.
모든 것을 바라보아
Everything that I had to witness drew my gaze away from the rest of the world.
그래서 제가 바라보는
So my world is nothing but a meaningless mess of confusion, patternless and incoherent colors. Sometimes I'd wonder, what kind of world reflects in the eyes of others? Just what kind of world they live in, that they become so attached to these silly little splotches in a myriad of colors? Why concern yourself with the way mayflies live? Their concern is only for what lies immediately before them. They are myopic, unable to see far enough to achieve anything of significance. Do you believe that Hong Yuan could have risen to its present reputation of prosperity had it not been for the revered Jiren? The other nest would have destroyed and devoured us whole. Long Lu, I know that not everything in your world was colorful, but you must have felt something. Something that made you feel like a heart. Do you believe so?
잃어버린 지
But it slipped away from me so long ago,
이곳은 너무 넓어서
and this place is too vast to find anything once lost. That's not true. I'm sure you'll find it again, as long as you put your mind to it. As long as your heart is truly in it. Little Bao Yu, do not let these empty words stir you. What could a frivolous thing like your puerile heart possibly do before the great will of Hong Yuan? Oh, revered Jiren of my heart, do you also believe that to be true? You understand, you acknowledge and appreciate my life, all the time I've sacrificed for Hong Yuan. The revered Jiren of my heart speaks. That I, following in the great will of Dongwon, shall be reborn. Reborn as a mighty noble and immortal being.
밖에서 맡고 있는 꼴을 보니 그다지 유쾌하진 않군. 관리자,
Prioritizes Hong Lu.
수감자를 무방비하게 만들지 마십시오.
Otherwise damage. Can anyone clash with this? Oh, that one's also on Hong Lu, so yeah, I guess not. Blech. I'm sorry.
리피랑 먼저 갈 거야.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
대성공이야. 가론 신나. 노래 부를까?
밖에서 맡고 있는 꼴을
Almost out.
유쾌하진 않군. 관리자, 수감자를 무방비하게 만들지 마십시오.
된다면 사활을 건다.
숨통 끊기.
육청!
Damn. Really hoping Song would have gotten that clash.
관리자로 정한 데에는 합당한 이유가 있겠지.
Unclashable. That's not great. My best bet is hoping I'm allowed to break it before that happens. I think that's multi-target. Okay. Yep.
된다면 사활을 건다.
Okay, good.
가치 없군.
Freed.
죽어.
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention to your game. What the fuck? We're gonna reset this, cause what?
같이 상황을 개선해 보시지.
Ugh.
도리어 사냥당한다니. 역설